Going up against LGD is about as disadvantaged to matchup as possible, and then playing against Infamous is...
It's desirable. It's as desirable as a contagious disease to play them. You don't want that. No one else wants that. We want the draft.
Thanks, Toby.
Yeah.
That's a great visual you just gave me.
Thank you. I'm here for you.
Wow.
in these nighttime hours when everyone else has gone home apart from us second stream hardcore guys.
Yeah. It's actually no English talent is left. It's just us.
Yeah,
it
literally is just
me.
us. It's just... Please draft, guys. Draft.
Got him.
Draft.
So humor gets real low effort after my bedtime.
we were never funny to begin with.
Hey, some of us are funny looking. That time I'm referencing myself too.
Okay. Well, at least we're together in it.
And something.
Yeah. VGJ.Storm are again denying us the fun. They're taking away the Pangolier.
First ban, too.
First ban, yep. They ain't wasting around for that one. They don't want Ice to play that thing. And no Luna for the first time in a while. So what? No very powerful pushing.
They won with it, too. They're like, yo, that was a fluke.
I don't even want to say they won with it, because technically they were losing to the Luna's abilities that Jabs was able to steal. I'm wondering if they respect the Rubik this time around. If Mineski even prioritized the Rubik in the first phase.
I mean,
it's obviously a little bit more of a step to do that.
There's no panel, and they lost the game, but I feel like Jabs has got to be the MVP of that last game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that
hands
was
down.
nuts.
Even like it's one of the very few times you give MVP to a team that lost.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Rubik's just one of the coolest heroes to watch play in a game like that, especially with an Ags. Like,
especially on a player of such high skill.
The FY highlights from that one LAN ages ago. That game, like, it's just so cool to see because all those spells are so impactful, and they have all these pretty lights and flashing colors that come onto the screen too, so you know it's good.
Give Rubik Arcana.
Yeah. I cannot believe Pudge won last year. I cannot believe it.
By 0.005%.
But what?
That's what every Battle Pass like owner wants, right? Because the Pudge set came out so early on. Now they want the Rubik during the main event.
Does anyone even care about Pudge? Like, think about it. It was...
He got so many sets. Like, after the Dota Cinema set, who needed any other set?
They turned him into Doc Ock. And they're like... people cared for, like, 2 days.
Yeah.
Does anyone care? You know what a Rubik Arcana would have? Imagine if the different spells, the different animations and colors. Like, it's so much more complex and beautiful, Toby.
Yeah. But... The community turned on him by 0.005%.
Yeah, what a surprise. The hive mind made the wrong decision.
I hope he's still in the run right now. Like, let me just... Oh, I can vote now. I have points to vote right now.
I didn't realize the Arcana vote was even a thing up right now.
Yeah, it's been going for a while, man. I'm double-checking our little Rubik friend. Wait. Where is he? There he is. He's in the list. He's in the list. So Rubik this week or next week will be going up against Omni Knight.
All right, you can take him.
In his path, he'll then have either CK or PL. And then in his path, he'll have
Look, we're just going to vote for Rubik. We're voting
Seeker,
for Toby.
Tiny, and Tinker.
We're voting for Rubik. We got it.
I think he at least gets through to the next, like, the final brackets. Like, he'll reach top 8 by the looks of it. Yeah.
Which of these teams will reach top 8? That's the question. Or top 12, I suppose.
Oh, master of segue.
I like the Gyro opener.
Gyro?
I think it's a core hero for both teams, especially with Luna out of the pool. It's just the best hero to build around, I feel. It does the same job, but better. I just think that both teams have 2 players that play it, and it can be played in both lanes. There's the Wind Ranger for Mineski for Jabs once again, I would imagine.
Just before we go into anymore, I'm just going to have just like one last request on this topic.
What's that?
For the wonderful people who are tuning in right now who have artistic abilities, can you please make a lot of Rubik propaganda material to get him voted? Because as Kyle didn't even know that the Arcana vote was open, I think an awareness campaign needs to be run. Please, community, PSA, awareness campaign, Rubik needs you. Let's make it happen. 2018 for Rubik. Vote for him, not Trump.
Oh, my God. All right, I'm voting Disruptor. I think that's VGJ's pick here. There's a couple other options, but I think that hero was critical.
It's good punishment against the Wind Ranger and SK. I can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
It's just super good, I think. It's the same reason I like it against Night Stalker. You get the Q off on the Sand King, and you're going to be able to track him. Same with Wind Ranger. These heroes like to be in and out, but you glimpse them back into the Thunderdome, and they're going to go down. Great synergy with the gyro. Easy setup. I don't know. I'm just a big fan.
Oh. Well, support picks are pretty open anyway.
Mm-hmm. You could Skywrath too, but
yeah. Well, you've been asking for that this entire series, but so far no one has obliged, and they'll oblige you your original one, which is the Disruptor.
yep. You also help deny stuff like Slark, which is really good hero up against the Gyrocopter. I think if you're VG, you got to look to ban Morphling here, but you are in an advantage. VGJ won the toss. In the first game, they had priority, and they chose second pick. Mineski went Radiant. Second game, Mineski priority. They chose first pick, VGJ Radiant. This time, VGJ learned, hey, first pick seems to
work out well for us.
Yeah, so let's go with that.
Yeah. They have it. They're banning Timbersaw, even though Disruptor, in a way, was a counter to the Timbersaw. It's just Moon.
Yeah.
Like, he has been godly on that hero all through the day.
Yep. And the one downside of of Timber is the lack of lockdown. But when you have a Wind Ranger Sand King already picked up, like we saw, just quick stuns, Timber always provides the damage to finish. And a lot of that is pure, so there really isn't much these teamfight items can even help you deal with.
It starts to then beg the question then, like, say, you're not going to run the Timber for Moon. What do you put in its place when you've already got, like, a lot of these stuns and lockdowns? Are there other heroes that you are inclined to go for in the mid lane?
With Timber out of the pool, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, with Timber out of the pool, but someone who can, like, I don't know if you can fulfill the same role as Timber because he's such a unique style of hero.
There really isn't anything like it, and that's what makes Dota so cool, is that a lot of these heroes are very niche picks, and they do things that no one else can really replicate. There's very few
they take the Death Prophet out instead. That would have been a sustainable hero that can add early pressure to a Tier 1 tower. The other option is the crowd's favorite, DK. I'm just saying. It was working pretty damn well for Moon once he got the Blink Dagger. Like, his DK, like, it tanked and it did damage before its own death.
It's a good point. I mean, they didn't really, can't say that their picks were the reason they lost that game. After getting wiped under tier 4s with no buyback. So
that was a little bit rough. But they also had to fight Hammer and Tong to get back into that situation. So the picks kind of hurt them a lot on that front.
And it's also cool. I almost always forget, like, this ban into pick that second pick gets now. I really like this change. I think it was, I think first pick was significantly favored, but this change made second pick feel just a little bit better, even though people still don't take it. They ban out the Slark themselves. That's where the Disruptor comes in, because you just deny the pick. And Mineski learned, like, hey, it was an okay Slark game, but can we not play it into Disruptor because I feed?
Yeah.
You just don't want to have to play that hero and buy BKB's second item. It just feels bad.
Well, they get the Tide Hunter for size, so...
I don't like it.
Already?
I really don't like it. You already have two supports that force an enemy gyro to rush BKB. Tide also feeds in the lane to gyro and Disruptor. You just glimpse him into the Thunderdome. Gyro pops 2 Qs and you run him down.
Unless that's not the lane they're thinking of running for. Like, if they're thinking of putting Tide Hunter up in the safe lane, you push Wind Ranger for harassment to work with a real strong core on the off lane, like a Life Stealer.
Well, no,
this would make more sense.
The Wind Ranger Tide, though. We saw that in the first game. You just click them with Orb of Venom and Tide gushes. I think they're going to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
It's a different version of the Skywrath Axe.
Okay.
Use your mana on the enemy. When out of mana, use Mango. Rinse, repeat.
Well, that's up to VGJ.Storm how they want to deal with it. Disruptor doesn't harass that well in the lane early on, but Gyrocopter does, so who's their +1 to make it work for VGJ.Storm?
They're just going to pick Clock here. It's a great Clock game. Unless they think the nerfs hit him too hard, but I'm expecting a Clock nearly 100% for MSS. I don't like their dual range support that they were running. It's not bad. Like, they made moves with it. It looked good, but you reach a certain point, especially when you're playing against a Tide, that I don't think it's effective. I think Clock Gyro is also just an incredible combination.
I think I'm actually more sad we don't see a Rubik in this game. Like, there's that double range support you don't want to see from VGJ.Storm, and Mineski's already ticked both of their support boxes.
Taking a lot of time to think about this.
Maybe that's the debate. At 1 o'clock, it doesn't work well anymore. What do I get instead of the clock that can do the same thing?
Maybe. Maybe they're just hanging out. You know, they're doing some team stretches, and they already know what they're going to pick 4 or 5, so you might as well just, like, get loose, get limber.
Okay.
They could be thinking about a core as well, but I don't know. As you said, it could be. I could see a Rubik coming out just because of the Tide Sanking already picked up, but I'm really just a fan of some MSS hero that allows him to. I just want him to play a strength hero. I really think that's what he shines on. Let him get in the thick of things.
Well, the answer is Doombringer. So
all right,
that's not the answer we were searching for. In fact, we just get the 3 position now for VGJ.
I like it because it can be the 3 or the 4. Great synergy with the Disruptor and a 1-to-1 counter pick to the Tide. You get a Doom on him before the Ravage, take him out of the fight.
But how's it work in the laning phase?
Good question.
Like, because this is what I was more concerned about. It's like, what if Mineski just had to switch up their lanes? We do that old switcheroo again, and Doom just gets like lane harassed out by the Wind Ranger. Doesn't have a lot of armor to work with.
No
like,
armor, actually.
Yeah, no armor. Then you get all but Venomed up. So you just need one hero who can add an extra slow and control factor, switches between melee and range. So you've got this great switch-up control from Mineski. The only thing is that Troll Warlord doesn't really synergize with his ultimate with any of these other heroes.
Thing is, they get the last pick, and I don't think it's as important. Tide also has a damage talent, so it's a little. You get the minus armor. I agree, but I think Troll's more just a solid pickup against the Gyro. You want something that can go toe-to-toe with it. When Luna and Slark are banned, there aren't many options left. I like that they picked it 4th because you want that Moon hero to be last picked. He seems to be the guy that's just on fire right now, and even though his impact on that last game wasn't the greatest, he's been crushing his lanes. And can you really do much when you're playing Dragon Knight?
He did his job, man. The Latrak gets
like
through
it.
into the 4th pickup. So VGJ.Storm now get their last support. This is going to be a range hero, however, unless they're going to run it as core.
I hope it's core. I really like Lesh core a lot more than support.
Against this lineup with Mineski too?
Because you force the Troll to go BKB, and you just you get to a point where if you get enough items, Mineski's heroes just can't deal with you, and you're going to output just ridiculous amounts of AoE damage.
How well does he go in the laning phase, though? Like, if you're going to run him core, like I'm assuming this is going to be what a mid-gyro, a Latrak safe lane, or?
I think you can kind of switch it up. I think both cores, Rezo and Yawar, can play both heroes in both lanes. Like, I don't think that matters. It's just a question of how they want to finish their draft. I wouldn't mind picking an offlaner here. I mean, no matter what, it's just something. It's either the Doom laning with this last pick or the last pick laning with the Doom. I kind of favor Doom 4 in this game. I think there's a more valuable offlaner out there.
They banned the Ember. They think that's a 4-position Latrak.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is it could just be Doom 3, Lesh 4, as you just said, and they could be last picking a core. They have a lot of options here and not much time whatsoever. This is one of the downsides of leaving your draft too open, is that right now, SVG has got Zach Galifianakis, you know, counting cards and blackjack going on, but you only got 30 seconds, and there's hundreds of possibilities you could take your draft right now.
They're running out of time so quickly. Like, there's 3 seconds of reserve time for VGJ.Storm, so if they don't ban something now, they ban the Tinker. So they're worried about Mineski's tempo control and the ability just to play from range and play global, because their counter push is good once the wave hits them, but they don't push back out again with the current lineup of VGJ.Storm. And knowing how Jabs has been playing that SK, you need to prepare for this.
Yeah, this is the downside of taking all that time for the 3rd pick Doom, is now you're left with all these options, but so little time to consider, and I expect them to use almost all of it. I'm really not sure what they're going to go with this, because my ideas are vastly different from
what you find out in 3 seconds, so don't worry about it. There's your pick, and it's hey!
Hey, I love that. That is a 1-to-1 troll counter, crushes the Tide as well. You buy a BKB, and there's nothing Mineski can do about it to interrupt the hole.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great pick.
For anyone who's got my subscriber amounts right now, spam them in the chat. No one's got them because no one's a subscriber.
I was right, though. It is going to be a Lesh Core and a Doom 4. I think that's the right move. This was an excellent choice because it gives you a real counter pick against the troll. Heroes like Bat, Axe, you don't want to pick. They don't fit your draft. Enigma offers you a ton of damage output. BKB piercing damage output at that. And again, anytime there's an uninterruptible black hole, you can trust that there is a win condition on your side.
I'm looking forward to this game even more now. This is how I wanted to end my night. A fantastic, huge-ass team fight combination lineup from VGJ.Storm.
Can you make me a promise, Toby?
It depends what the promise is.
Let's say it's at 30 minutes plus. If Enigma lands a hole on 2 or more heroes, critical timing, I need you to yell at the top of your lungs, black hole. And you need to hold that last note.
3 heroes and you have a deal.
3 heroes? I don't know about that. How about 2 cores or 3 heroes?
Okay. Done.
Done?
Done. Shaking on it right now. There we go.
I want you to put your heart into it, all right?
I will attempt it. I will probably destroy my throat. Mineski, last pickup will be the mid laner.
I like it.
From Mineski. So one way they can at least get these quick pops and also does sync up with Mushi with that high physical damage he can transition to. Not to mention, cool-ass looking set, Moon. I like it.
I like it because you needed a ranged hero. You don't want another melee core up against an Enigma. It's just a recipe for disaster, and I just like it. I think he becomes like a sniper. 30 damage talent. You get attack range talent later on. I think it's actually a pike game as well because positioning is going to be so important.
Yeah.
Natural BKB buyer, tons of physical damage, plus the burst.
Do you actually get pike? Like, is it worth getting something like a Yule Scepter into Blink for Moon instead? Because I'm thinking like disable against snaking. This nice and quick, all the potential to get out.
You're itemizing for raw damage output this game.
Okay.
Because you can trust that Tide, Sanking, Wind Ranger are going to be able to find kills for you.
So you get the maneuverability from Pike, and then you get all the extra perks with the range and the... Okay,
You're scaling and follow-up this game. You don't need to make plays. You can just play around your supports, and that's why the Wind Ranger Sanking is just so strong. So much stun and CC. It's easy to play the game for the Lina Troll, and I think both teams have the ability to win fights. It's all going to just come down to the Doom versus Tide matchup. Who gets their ult off first, or if at all. There's more reach on the side of VGJ. The Disruptor Gyro could theoretically just take over the game. But as it tilts later on, if the Enigma is dealt with, I think that Mineski have an ad in every single fight simply because the Lina Troll are going to output so much damage.
I just saw the Doombringer skin. What the hell is that? The wings I know what they're from. That's from an older set. But the body armor pieces.
He sold Centaur's clothes. That's not cool, bro. He's not even in the meta right now.
I thought he just basically went to an old Russian fort and took all of the nice emblems they had and just blasted on the front and back of it. That is one armored Doombringer.
The next level play.
Next level play. I love that one. Yeah. Anyway, Mineski, let's go through the lanes. Looks like Ice is the one swimming on his back all the way up at the top lane. Moo will be in the middle. Down towards the bottom, it's Mushi, Troll Warlord with Ninja Boogie, SK, and Jabs bouncing around as the Wind Ranger. Oh, he's got a little love heart taunt. Aww, so cute. Oh, look at that. Aww. So I kept watching it. Our Observer wanted to get to more serious things, like Snaking, Enigma, MSS will be the Doombringer in this game, SVG Disruptor. That leaves Yawa on the Leshrac, and then finally, but not least, it is a Resolution's Gyrocopter. We'll see how their laning phase will pan out in just a second. And they're already backing off. So, yep, it'll be Leshrac mid, Gyro top, and then everybody else head bottom lane. They're there to contest for the runes. And Mineski will do the same thing up on top.
I really love this Enigma pick, man. It's still uncountered in a lot of ways.
Oh, they're going after MSS. They didn't stun him in time, though. He was able to pick up the bounty rune. So some trade-off damage.
Yeah, usually it seems both teams end up with 2 runes no matter how much they poke and prod each other.
Hey, at least we've stopped that whole stupid, hey, get in behind the lanes and pull the creep wave meta that was around for a while. TP's already been used by SVG. He's gone to the top lane to sync up with Resolution. So it will be the Enigma core in the lane, and then MSS is the harassing Doom.
Yep. You can see, oh, look at Ice's items. Love 3 mangoes, 8 tangos, and a health body. Already skills up the gush, and as expected, they're just going to harass this Disruptor hard. Or the Gyro.
It's going both sides, too. Like, Ninja Boogie takes the harassment on bottom lane, and then, yeah, Jabs takes the harassment up on top. They keep going back and trade with a Doombringer. Yeah, that's... At least there was some nerfing to Infernal Blade.
You can pretty much, you can guess the offlane's gameplay with a proper if-then program. If mana, then use spells on enemy.
If money. Farm up the conversions. That was 20 gold apiece. In fact, all of the conversions just got killed off.
Was just nerfed, though, from 29 gold to 23.
Critical.
18 less gold going into the pockets of Mineski.
Critical.
Everything adds up, Toby.
This top lane has been never-ending harassment. Both Jabs as well as Ice are waiting the maximum amount of time before they use their health pot. I think Jabs has no other choice now. Resolution has a homing missile in 2 seconds time, so yeah, he win runs and now will salve.
Or will he?
Or will he? SVG already has. Oh, he's just tangoing through it. Cutting a line to harass through the side.
What's this Courier? Courier coming bottom for, whose items are those? Oh, just regen for the Sand King. Wow, Boogie being a little greedy. Takes the mid's Courier. How rude.
Well, what's Moon looking for? He's still got his salve. He's got himself the Null Talisman already.
Yeah, it's just no more pieces, just more stats. Mid players always want the Courier for like +2 stats. It's all about the last hits. They're very selfish. Not like 5 supports.
The ones who know what needs to happen for a team to win. The reason why only the greatest captains can be 5 positions as well.
I cannot tell you how many times I'm like, all right, I'm buying a ward. You know, I need this ward and sentry. Courier goes back to base because who would need that?
Snaking, slowed down by the range axis. Ninjabugi is still a level 1 with no boots. Burrow strike, SK. So we can turn around and now get the double burrow. No, he doesn't reach snaking. But they'll be into MSS. At the same time, they're trying to clean off these conversions as much as possible. And Snaking has not been denying them as much as I thought he would.
Yeah.
Like, this is 6-5 on his own denials. Top lane, SVG. Why is Ice so far back under the tower? Resolution's having his own little battle with the Wind Ranger. Power shot just short. Ice is too deep. He took damage from the tower as well. He's got 3 stick charges, and he's got a Mango, and he's got a couple of other things. SVG, all right, we'll turn around. Mango's up, doesn't get the anchor in time. SVG will take the first blood on the top lane from a very over-aggressive and pushing the envelope tide.
Well, this game's ridiculous. How many times is Mineski going to overextend before they chill out just a little bit? I mean, Ice has no chill. We all know this.
MSS just taunted the crap out of Ninjabugi.
I think they're psyching themselves out with the Lakad Malatag spam.
Maybe.
They're just thinking they think this is a pub or something.
Take a leaf out of TNC's book. Focus on the game, ignore the spam.
Who would think TNC would be the most disciplined SEA team? Where'd that come from?
No. It works out.
Yeah, I mean,
it's when you wonder, like you look at a professional player and say, okay, where is your taunt button in relation to what you normally hit? Do you still use T for taunt, even though your fingers move faster to that button? So it should technically be an item.
I like, it's unfortunate down bot that MSS only got the Skeleton Creek. Even the respawn was a skeleton. Now he'll find a Wild Wing, but all he wants is a Satyr. If he gets that, they just crush the lane because they can just right-click trade, no problem. But he'll end up getting a mana burn, which is quite nice as well. Does he kill mid here? No.
Moon, Infernal Blade will connect. Now, Wild's got 3 points up in Lightning, but you've got the infused raindrops onto Moon. So he tanks through a lot of this burst damage that VGJ.Storm try and inflict. This also now leaves the Enigma by himself. He's got Soul Ring, so he can keep just converting and denying the creep in the lane. So this is fine for him, and he could even just take this to the side camps if he wants to. Keep him away from Mushi's axe, because Mushi has 28 last hits at the moment, compared to the Gyro's 18. And he is just hunting these conversions, just like Jabs and Ice hunting down SVG. Hell of a lot of damage, but they need to keep the chase going. Power shots in 6 seconds. But he's back underneath the safety of the tower, once, and he's going to salve up as well.
I think later on in the game, VGJ is going to be favored. Their cores might scale better. You have a BKB, Enigma, and a Doom. Like, these are uncountered mechanics, and if you're deleting one hero, you can theoretically delete 2 heroes every fight once you get to that 30-35 minute mark. But until then, I think Mineski, especially now that they're winning the lanes, it's so much easier for them to make moves just because their supports have such easy stuns. They don't need level 6. They don't need ults to make things happen. They just run at the enemy. And you have Alina to gank for.
Yeah, they are actually winning their lanes so hard too. Like, Moon is 600 net worth in front of Yawa. And he's got that Laguna Blade. Doesn't have it right now because he needs the mana regeneration for it. That's probably the reason why Leshrac is going for that top rune, and it's only going to be an invis, so Jabs will grab that and go hunting with it. But on bottom lane too, Mushi is at 2.6k to the Gyro's 1-ish K. So net worth-wise, Cause, Mineski, for their 1 and 2s, looking a lot better than the VGJ.Storms. Oh, hello, Ninjabugi. Oh, he's got himself a Hellbest Smasher. Ninjabugi's got no other choice but to Burrow Strike down. He doesn't want to salve up just yet.
That's a great creep for Doom. Arguably the best in the early game. 50 mana for 150 damage. 3 seconds slow on top.
It does sound pretty good.
And a little attack speed for when he gets
Shackle
next
in
to
mid
the
means the follow-up Light Strike Array. Lacuna Blade.
Yep.
Moon having the damage to bring down the Leshrac. Ice is in trouble. Left alone, but he's got 10 stick charges. I don't believe the damage is really going to be enough. Even with the Rocket Barrage, they have to glimpse him back up again. And Ice, he wants to keep the fight going. And so many stick charges he held onto. The Shackle remains, doesn't have Gush. One more attack. The power shot from Jabs will do the work. As SVG into the trees, a dangerous place to be against a Wind Ranger. But luckily for him, Shackle on cooldown.
Really well played. I like Jabs' decision to go 1-1-1 this game. Previous one, he went 0-2-1, but that Shackle mid, free kill. And as I said, you land the stun on a Lesh, on pretty much anyone, and Lena's nearby. As long as Laguna's up, they're dead.
Kill.
Yep. Nothing you can do. He even had a raindrop.
Great observer ward from VGJ.Storm. They were originally looking for the fight, the initial gank that you can get just inside that small camp, and they do see the smoke. So yeah, bottom lane. Ninjabugi and Mushi teaming up together. The smoke gank was coming out, but the rest of VGJ now arriving on the bot lane. Resolution starts the flat cam, trying to push down the lane. A quick fire strike from Ninjabugi. Does not have Sandstorm. He is taking this so hard for the team. Knew he would die, but he had to keep Mushi alive.
A little earlier than Resolution would have liked to rotate. He actually got 6 from the Enigma lasted on the Archer right next to him. Otherwise, they kill that Troll, I think, with an ult on top of the Rocket, but alas. Mushi also going for the very greedy build. Oh, no, sorry. I thought he had maxed
on the courier.
Maxed Axes.
Oh, you're talking skill build?
Yeah, Moon TP's bottom. This could be a kill on Rezo if he lands the stun, but I don't think Rezo is going to be silly here. He's going to back away.
Khan needs the phase boost to arrive as well, so but they both have phase boots, so the high damage output that both Mushi as well as Moon will be able to achieve is real nice. But they need to get that initial slow and stun. So Mushi he's playing so defensively in the lane. He wants them to dive, so then this can happen. Range access into the Light Strike Array and Laguna Blade. Nemesis offers himself up on a silver platter. That one armor to protect him from this physical damage. Moon still got that high movement speed thanks to the Fiery Soul. 2 points, but he doesn't reach with the Dragon Slave.
Don't think that would have been a kill, but just out of range, yeah. He putting extra points into the Fiery Soul. This is the, I think we saw, who is it? Fada was the first one that I saw do this way back in the C9 era. Putting going 4-1-4, and he looks like he'll be doing that with just the 1 point stun. And I don't mind it because, like I said, there's so many heroes to play around. This allows them to connect quickly, and you farm and scale faster since you're only using Q to farm most of the time and shove waves.
Light Strike Array, Lightning Storm trying to slow down Mushi and Moon. Light Strike Array, stun is being missed, and they are coming down. Snaking's got a black hole, and he's itching to use it. The call down, it's going to clip Moon, slowing him up, but more TP support's coming in. Ice, burns the Ravage. He clips 3 of the heroes. They're focusing on the strike with Light Strike Array, but here comes Snaking in from the side. Black hole, he wants him in the corner. It's going to be the Lina, but they have him dead to rights. They don't need to actually use the ulti. Maybe not so dead to rights. Up into the trees, fast movement speed, cancelled out. As the stun connects, it's the hurl boulder inside of MSS, which is able to lock him down.
Top.
Jabs.
Oh, he missed the power shot. Might have been a kill.
SVG's on the run.
Good rotations, though, from VGJ. You gotta have to force things. Yeah, you lose the exchange, but you don't want to keep letting Troll free farm down here against Enigma. You have ulti, make sure you use it.
Ninjabugi, do not put down that Observer Ward. They're ensuring Resolution can get the last kill, last hit.
I like that teams are starting to do this more, though. It's cool. It's really important to give cores kills in a meta like this.
Mushi's having a great time, by the way. 4.7k net worth onto this Troll Warlord. Aquila's already done up. They don't have the courier at the moment, however.
Look at MSS, though.
It's coming up there. It's the lifesteal, actually. Yeah, nice. Shackle. Jabs. Too easy. Meanwhile, Ice. Also a little bit easier. That was the black hole committed.
Oh no. MSS ran into the sentry. Now his invis is fading. He's going to die.
Yeah. All that hard work for nothing. But bottom lane, with the army of conversions and the catapult, there's some good damage. Fortification's not available at the moment. And they pulled the creep wave off, so it's just a trade-off for the mid-tier 1 tower.
Yeah, this is to be expected, though. Mineski wins the lanes.
Oh, he denied it?
Deny.
Oh. Mushi's going to be spitting chips on this one. Ninja Boogie can't reach him for any kind of rebuttal.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. That's like, I don't even know. I don't know what that is. It's like losing a library book. And you're just like, damn, I have to pay the late fee. You have to buy the book, but you don't even have it. That's a bad example. I'm sorry, it's late.
Yeah, like if it's a book you didn't want, that would be fine.
Now, this is what you'd expect, though. Mineski win the lanes. They take the earlier objectives. VGJ is a lot better team fight, but the skirmish from Mineski's better.
They're looking for Moon once again. What a great shackle from Jams. They're trying to line up for resolution, but Lena, Malif stun from snaking made this really difficult. So Mushi, he'll just go into resolution. The bar strike, they're going to get a double up. Right into the Enigma. Laguna Blade him down.
Wow. Great spot. I love this so fast. You can see Mineski just playing on point. They get those two pickoffs, an immediate smoke. In fact, it might have actually showed on the lingering death vision.
They had to have, like, but then again, Storm has moved so quickly up to the top lane. Isos has retreating. Now he's got Ravage. The Observe Ward, he's going to get glimpsed back a very long way, but the Shrek stun is so far back, they don't reach it. Now that smoke rotation from Mineski is probably going to arrive. He's taunting it. He wants him to come at him. The Ravage connect on 3. The Shackles, it doesn't actually hit up the hill, but it won't matter. Not when everyone else is here. Ninja Boogie with the epicenter damage. They'll burn through MSS. VGJ.Storm back to the shrine, but it took him so long to get the kill that... Oh, the support, if they didn't smoke that fast, they wouldn't have been there in time. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Both teams playing well, but Mineski, like, if they hesitate for even a couple seconds on that smoke bottom, they're not going to make it in time to save ice. But because they're just so fast, they're there. It's clutch, and you can see the skirmishes. If they initiate, if they're 3-on-3 in a pinch like that, they're going to immediately land that first kill with any stun that lands because of Alina, and then they can follow up on the next very easily. VGJ has to play around the Enigma ult and the gyro, bodying their way towards Mineski, forcing them into a position where a glimpse can bring them back into the Thunderdome.
Side question for you, man. So I've seen so many Mask of Madnesses being picked up, but I also remember Vlad's actually got a slight buff up recently. Is it worthwhile switching some of these things around? Like Troll Warlord always used to have like a Vladimir's offering on him.
The buff up was to, I think, add 1 mana regeneration to the item. And because of that, Toby, I think you're exactly right. I can't believe he bought Mask of Madness. Why in the world would he want a measly 110 attack speed on his activation when he could be getting 1 more bit of blue per minute?
Take that sarcastic ass somewhere else, all right? Yeah. I just want to know, right?
It's possible. No, I agree. I think there are certain heroes that can just use a Vlad's. I just love the item. I think it's underutilized. But at the same time, Mask of Madness on Troll is just too good. It gives you the ability to do Roche very easily. And this is the Miracle style. We've seen... Oh, hold up.
Yeah, Titan's going to taunt and walk it off. Okay, glimpse him back in. He's still got a Hood of Defiance. Didn't activate it in time, but it doesn't matter. He'll tank the damage.
Wow.
They're bringing 5 heroes down to this bottom lane.
Yeah, you got to cancel that if you're Gyro. That's a heavy rotation. That's as good as a hero kill for Mineski when you force that many heroes down bot. But yeah, this is the Miracle style Troll. We saw this, he was the one that did it first, at least that I saw, where you go Mask straight into BKB. It allows you to get that very early Roshan and then just force down tier 2s. And I think it's excellent in a game like this because you don't want a late game. You don't want to go this Battle Fury Yasha BKB game because no matter what your timing is, the Enigma BKB counters you completely, no matter what you itemize for. You need to be able to jump before that item comes online.
Yeah. Well, at least the item will take a little bit longer. He did get the Hand of Midas, and now he's going to go for a Blink Dagger as the next item. So it'll take some time for Snaking just to be off the map getting this. And in the meantime, a lot of pressure on bottom lane. Mineski have 4 heroes down here after Storm rotated everyone north. That was also because of another deep Observe Ward. They put it in a different position, so it wasn't de-warded by the sentries the VGJ.Storm put down, but it got enough information to allow Mineski to move real early on. That's a very hard to de-ward ward.
I like it. This is where it's a bit dangerous for Mineski.
Yeah,
but they're set up here on VG.
Ice to the front lines. They know Black Hole's up, but they also know the Doom is down. Jabs looking for the Shackle. They won't find it. Instead, they find the Disruptor. Fire Strike into the epicenter. MSS came in pretty close, but he's not being slowed down by the epi. Now just let him go.
You take that, though. You get a tower, you trade a support, you're fine with that. 243 gold to the side of Mineski because the Disruptor's net worth is the lowest. Remember, net worth differential base kills give gold based on the killing hero versus the killed and how much gold they possess in net worth. And when you're the bottom getting killed by the top, you don't give much of anything.
This Observer Ward's going to get dewarded so quickly. That's fresh in its life, and now, question mark for Mineski. They are not going to stay inside of Roshan because VGJ.Storm are already heading down. They see Roshan. Actually, they didn't actually see Roshan moving out of the pit. They don't have vision that far over.
No, but they saw them moving across thanks to that really weird ward on the high ground that you brought up before. So they knew that they were at least sniffing them out. And even if they're far ahead, they're only ever one fight ahead.
Is this bait? Is this actually bait from Ninja Boogie? The Sentry Ward on top of Sentry Ward. So Ice will get rid of it with the Quelling Blade. Roshan is now finished. So VGJ.Storm will miss that fight. They put the Aegis into the Lina. Protect her as much as possible.
The only reason they can do this is because of that Mask of Madness.
And they're instantly going to go into fight. There's a Shadow Blade coming out for Moon. He needs a little bit more mana. He's getting the regeneration thanks to the Yule Scepter.
It's all about the BKB on Troll. So they give the Aegis to Lina because he doesn't have that protection, and it allows him to go for this very aggressive Yule's Shadow Blade. So he can hunt all around the map and continue to scale. Shadow Blade, of course, giving more than the cost of its components, damage and attack speed, and the active.
The dust is out. Ninja Boogie burrow strikes into the tree line. But this is definitely going to flag the fact that Enigma is all by himself. That aggressive Observer Ward. They don't even go on that Light Strike Array. That's a big miss from Moon. And that's the first reveal of his Shadow Blade. That had to ensure a kill.
You know why it is? It's because everyone's internal clock's off because they're so used to status resistance that everyone's doing it early because people used to fall down. And now that it's gone, it's hard to get back to this idea that, oh, wait, God, it's fine. Everyone drops at the same time.
This bottom lane attack. It's been disbanded from VGJ. Except SVG's holding around. Like, he's waiting a very long time. Jabs. Oh, he power shots through the trees. Found the Disruptor. Just a quick mini stun. They can't glimpse him away far enough. So Disruptor will fall.
It's funny, you actually don't want to give the kill to Moon. He gets less gold than everybody else. Paltry 178, that's 3 creeps.
Ice. Sure. Run into mid. There's a -1 armor on a Doombringer. He's got the Centaur Stomp, Lashrak Stun, anything to keep the Tidehunter in position.
And Blink finished on snaking, by the way, so they always do have that black hole possibility.
I like it. I like it a lot. At the same time, there's Ravage. There's Blink Burrow Strike. There's Shackle.
Yep.
There's so many different ways to cancel off that Enigma Black Hole until he's got BKB.
And there's nothing else to control the Troll's BKB that he just completed. So now if they go for the Enigma, as you said, the Troll can ensure that he goes down and no one else threatens him.
Yep, Ninja Boogie going bottom lane with the Epicenter Burrow Strike forward. He just wants to bring down SVG. He was hiding inside the Sandstorm, and thanks to the stick charge, SVG still alive. Ninja Boogie has to take the damage from the Storm. Almost enough in the power shot. It was an inch behind. It hit the tail of the Raptor. Yes, your black hole on the BKB'd up target. Resolution. They got the damage. Hell no, they don't. Mushi runs out of the midnight pulse and away. The shrine just got burnt by Ninja Boogie as well. So he'll have to go back to base maybe. He can probably regen through the Mask of Madness.
I think they might have landed that kill if Reza would manned up and kept auto-attacking, but it's so risky.
He would have lost his life as well if he went for it.
He went in and out for like 2 seconds, then decided to just back away because, as you said, if he goes in there, maybe he gets the kill, but he's almost certainly going to die on the follow-up.
Look how fast they move as well, looking for the gank. The Shadow Blade Moon, he'll get this Diffusal into Light Strike Array. This time around, it will connect. And VGJ.Storm will ready to back up. The Observer and Sentry actually saw Moon moving in. The smoke was there, but obviously that broke really quickly.
I will say, you know why Troll lives there? Because he took the 250 health down at level 10 instead of 10 agility.
Well, they found a target. It's going to be a Resolution. Maleficus from Snaking creates a little bit more space. So it's the double stun from Yawa. Courier is having to be fortified to get out of this one, and the Doom is out. They will guarantee a kill on the SK, be it denied or not. Actually, it's probably, yeah, it's denied. Moon will deny him. Back to the bottom lane. Resolution was shackled up. They don't have the damage, 32 HP. Ice, no blink on him. The damage, Moon! He actually reaches that. You don't need no Hurricane Pike for extra attack range when you've already got, well, he didn't even get the, yeah, he didn't even have it. He's not 25 yet. He just reached that basic.
Mineski's playing so crisp right now. Definitely a team that's hot and cold, and right now they're on fire. Oh, look at these Eidolons, though. Oh, okay. If they stay alive, maybe you kill Lina once.
Money. Well, you'd have to, yeah, blink black hole, but you know the black hole control available. Conversions of black hole are fantastic for that heavy amounts of damage. That's what happened to Troll on top.
Yeah. I love the itemization once again from Mineski. You got Hood into Mech, then Greaves on Tide. Moon going for that aggro hunter build. Troll ensuring that he gets this BKB at a timing where he's able to fight at like 18 minutes, you know? The Arteezy Troll, the Battle Fury Sanjanyasha BKB, we saw that not be super effective because it just takes so long to come online that by a certain point, the gyro is stronger than you because he's not nearly as BKB reliant and susceptible to kiting like a Troll. I just like this decision. It allows them to just continue. They've taken all the tier 2s now, and look at their map dominance.
Yep. It's the 2 new wards too that Ninja Boogie just planted down. They are so hard to predict where they are, so they're going to have the information. They'll know no one wraps around the back. And into the base you go, 22 minutes in. Turning on the battle trance. They didn't do much damage to the tower because fortification was up, but Ice with Meg and Hood. He'll actually burn off this ultimate in just a second, and it's a double hit with the perfect echo. It couldn't be better. Snaking! He'll get the black hole all over on 3, but will it be enough? No one moves. BKB'd up. He'll hit the Light Strike Array. Never-ending control. Stunned into oblivion. Now it's time to back up. Enigma and Lesh bought back, but it's only backing up for now. You know they will return.
So perfect. How about perfect itemization? Moon with the BKB in that fight they forced, but that was nuts. Jabs had pre-clicked Shackle Shot on Snake King's Blinken. If he had immediately casted ult, it would have been interrupted right away, but it got that little bit of hesitation. That allows Lina to reposition and then finish off the Enigma. If he gets all 4, not only are you going to start screaming, but that might have been a completely different team fight.
You got what you deserve for that one.
That was weak, Toby.
That
you can do
was
better
weak.
Than that. And so can Snake King.
Next time, Gadget, next time. You'll have the BKB potentially next time. As with the buybacks, at least Mineski did retreat out, and the sentries are going down. And this is when I just love to watch the dewarding possible game. 3 observer wards that VGJ.Storm are looking for. They put their
4.
sentry on the hill. Yeah, 4, because they got the other one next to the shrine.
And they missed them all.
Yeah, they did. But I think they only put down, what? Okay, they put down 2 sentries, and they didn't find anything. 3 sentries, and they didn't find anything.
Yeah, it's just, I love, again, Mineski just proving why they won DAC. And even though they've been through a bit of a slump, this is the kind of decision-making that separates the men from the boys. And the VPLGD, the one thing I'll say they have in common more than anything else is that they don't make item mistakes. And I feel like Mineski in that same category right now.
You know how VGJ.Storm didn't find any of the Observer wards? Blink, Burrow Strike, the Observer wards did the work. They found Snaking out of position. They can also deward the Dire Observer, which is right behind them. So no Observer wards of Mineski caught. They'll glimpse Moon back. So there is no chase. But that's just unfortunate. So Mineski lose no obs, and VGJ.Storm lose both of their obs.
Gosh.
They actually caught it with their own sentry ward. Because the Observer ward was already planted down, they knew when they put it out.
Yep.
They, like, vision-wise, there's only one Observer Sentry combo now outside the base of VGJ.Storm, and look who's going through top. Mushi hits it, turns on the backdoor regeneration, just getting them to look behind.
Yep.
Because Lestrak is so far away, he can TP back, but doesn't have the BKB. Yep. Resolution is starting his TP now, but wanted more time to farm up the Aghanim Scepter. So the fight begins once more. This time, no fortification to slow them down. They have to commit a very early call down. Mushi looks like he's willing to take the damage, switch the S&Y into his inventory.
Full S&Y purchased after BKB, Toby. I almost want to go on to a little monologue right now about how every single top team utilizes their cores and BKB timings to gain map control so they can do shit like, hey, pick off Enigma. Hey, we saw them place 2 wards. We'll take that. Now we're going tier 3. Now I have a Sanjanyasha because my BKB bought my team the ability to take fights and objectives and map control. That's what wins games.
For those that don't know what Swindle's talking about, it's the message to the final tribe from the match earlier today, which he was a little bit upset about.
I was so upset.
There's a lot of money in the mid lane. I think Ninja Boogie is eyeing that one up. He'd love the initiation. The Radiant scan hasn't actually pinged just yet, But the conversions will time out before they can do anything about it.
It's just such a good item, Toby, and I feel like the two teams that are just crushing everybody are showing the script. Every single game they play around BKB timings.
1.5 minutes until Roshan is up. Snaking's having some pressure on the bottom lane. It's the beauty of Enigma, just make a couple of conversions and they'll push out for you, and it's getting him to his BKB.
And Lina is going to go Hurricane Pike next item. Excellent fourth item. I think it's super underrated on Lina. Gives you that attack range. You essentially turn into Sniper at level 25.
Blink, Burrow. He even did it with the stylish side blink to Burrow. And everybody else is TPing home. Snaking knows the attack's on bottom. He needs to push out top. He needs that BKB. He is the critical hero right now for VGJ.Storm going into the next fight.
And it's all on Snaking. They have no hope outside of a incredible play from the king himself.
Doom doesn't have a blink dagger, so he's not like. At least Ice has to walk into the fight. So getting the Doom onto the Ravage possibility is there. I don't know if it's really worth getting on anybody else. Like dooming Lina's nice. You can take her out a little bit. Dooming the SK is great, but not if they're fighting into the base with a blink dagger, because that's not going to help you at all. They have to just remove the Ravage and have a black hole. Preferably both in the same wavelength.
I don't know if you can even afford to doom the Tide.
Who do you doom then?
I guess you have to, because the thing is he's also the Greaves in the pipe. And if you can doom him like before that, it just the value of dooming Tide right now is astronomical. So I would agree with you. You gotta take him out of the fight before he gets anything.
It'd almost be worth it. Like he's caught inside of a black hole and you doom him inside the black hole.
But
this is how important it feels, but you still need the control on Moon and Mushi.
The key is still that Mineski has vision control. And again, they place this very strange ward up on that top hill, giving complete vision to the mid lane. They don't see the smoke, but when you're a skirmish-based lineup and you want to avoid massive team fights, there's the BKB Enigma. The warding advantage is critical.
They are using Roshan as bait. That's why Mushi's sitting inside the pit, and Wind Ranger will be the one to break the smoke, taking a lot of damage early on. Snaking's waiting for it. Here comes your Ravage. Only hits 2. Clips the Enigma, actually, the backlines. Here comes the Epicenter, but thanks to the BKBs, you got a lot of survivability. No! It's a disaster! He actually screwed it up! Cancel on the ultimate. He hit nothing, and now Mushi will slap him down with the axes, Tomahawk style. Yawa can at least hit the stun, but he knows he ain't surviving much longer. They're all dead for VGJ.Storm, and that is not the plan, Stan.
Definitely regrets that one.
Oh boy.
Not much more to say on that.
That may have just been the ticket for Mineski to get into the upper bracket of the Supermajor.
I mean, that fight was already pretty tough. Great BKB usage from Rezo and Yawar, though. Pretty much 2 frames before the Ravage came out, so it's nearly completely wasted. I think Snaking just got a little trigger happy. He had to just relax. He was still smoked, and he needs the Lina, not the Troll. The Troll was 500 HP in the pit. You need to take out the Lina. Look at the damage output of this guy. This is the level 20 talent adding up, too.
He has the Crystalist on him, so buff up the Fiery Souls, buff up the crit. They're going to glimpse him back in. Doom can't find the target. At least he got the Doom off in the last engagement. But
Doom tied after Ravage, though.
Yeah, he did. Blink, Burrow Strike, and they just jump in. Reminder, the Doombringer cannot survive in this. The Shackle just blinks forward. This is pure light of heaven stuff right now. At least they have the buybacks available. They're fighting inside the base. They can glimpse Moon in. He is such a huge kill, and they can potentially know he's going to cheese and turn. Looking to kill off Snaking. He misses uphill. That's the only reason why Snaking is alive still. The Shrek will fall. Ice has actually survived through all of this. VGJ.Storm, they just can't have anything. Epicenter, I'm hearing it. It's Ninja Boogie. He's going in again. Right on top of the Disruptor. And now Snaking, you got no black hole. He's got Midnight Pulse. And Mushi, he's actually his own worst enemy right now walking inside of that.
Still has Aegis, though.
Still has Aegis. He'll let Moon take care of the racks. Homing Missile. Okay, someone else can attack that. Really, you got all the attack speed in the world with these guys. But the mid racks will fall. They'll rotate up towards the top. Homing Missiles on the deck. They're peeing it out. That's good money.
I've watched a lot of Mineski games today, and I got to tell you, Jabs.
5.
Jabs
4,
might be one of the most.
3. Blinked too early. Hole. Nothing. Jabs, please kill
Damn
me.
it, Jabs. I caster's cursed him, Toby.
It's not
Like,
no, he
I didn't
he
even
did
get a chance to praise him.
He did the job he had to do. He took it for the team so they could claim the melee racks, and he was the only one that died for it. That's a racks and a half for Mineski.
I just can't believe he's not talked about. It's like I've seen lists of the best fours. He's never on them. I feel like Jabs has proven like, hey guys, my name belongs in the discussion.
I think it's really difficult when you're in a team with such superstars. Like, Moon has been so damn good. I think Jabs today has been able to stand out a little bit more, but Ninja Boogie does great work. Ice, Ice, Ice. So many times he was talked about as the man who just carried team after team. Moon, he's going to BKB. Glimpse will not happen. And he's going straight into the trees. Begins his TP yacht all the way home.
And he jabs my man. Give him the tip.
Just the tip. Skadi is now done on the Troll Warlord. He's not even holding it because he's still got the Aegis the Immortal and wants his Mask of Badness over a full Skadi. Wants its S and Y over a full Skadi.
And still, I'd like to say they're still in it, but they need a miraculous black hole times 2.
Yeah,
and so far,
Snaking is now dead.
Yeah.
He's actually just dead. He PKB'd, so there's no counter to it. At least he has buyback. So they do have the Enigma for the bottom lane fight.
Yeah.
But now a full Daedalus is completed on Melina. She's doing 132 plus 180.
Unfortunately.
There's your buyback from Enigma. Gyrocopter, 5 seconds before he's up. Battle Trance is still on cooldown for the moment, and look at Snaking. Smokes up, walks around the back. At least that's the hope. They glimpse back in the Troll Warlord. Mushi doesn't have his BKB. And Snaking knows he said he doesn't want the Troll, he wants the Lina. Troll is not enough.
Will. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do to make this happen. After the buyback, it's so simple to just kite back, stand on high ground, reposition, and they're looking for LeBron, but it looks like VGJ got J.R. Smith.
Stop it with American crap. All right, bottom lane. The tier 3 tower is under attack. Fortification not available. So Mushi, Snaking walked over to the jungle to try and find a little bit of farm. I don't know why, as he only has one job right now, and that's to hit the black hole. Pipe's already been burnt. Greaves coming off cooldown. Here's your epicenter. BKB comes out from the Enigma, and now he can at least catch up. Mushi blinks forward. He got the edge of Mushi's, but look at the damage from Moon! Just pummeling the back! Enigma is gone. The game is gone. Hope is lost. And Mineski takes it 2-1. There is no doubt in my mind about this. GG, an ultra kill for Moon. And a terrific performance from Mineski. They take the series 2-1. They go into that upper bracket, and they will face against PSG LGT. Good luck for that matchup. That's a hard matchup, but at least you're not in the lower bracket. You have a chance.
They're the last team to beat LGD in an elimination series, are they not? I mean, this isn't elimination, but still.
We'll have to. Hopefully, we'll get to cast that game, but that's not for. I think they have a day off now.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow is the 2 upper bracket matches. So the stream, obviously, this is the end of stream 2.
No, it's all 4, isn't it?
Is it a whole? No, we're doing Team Spirit EG and then Infamous versus.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we do 2 winner bracket matches and 2 lower bracket matches tomorrow, and that means we're actually casting the second one as well. Spoiler alert. We're doing Secret versus Optic, which you're massively excited to cast.
What the storylines, though. TNC versus Liquid. TNC, of course, eliminating them from DAC a couple months ago, the last time we were here in China. We get Secret Optic. That's going to be hype. Optic needs top 4 in order to secure their place at TI, proving twice today they are better than VGJ Thunder, but will they get the points to prove it?
Fantastic.
Will Team Spirit beat EG again?
New roster, same result, question mark.
And then Infamous. Will they win a game against VGJ.Storm? I'm just saying it's the Battle of the Americas, but I do believe that the North shall prevail.
What a surprise.
Yes. Great game, though. That was a lot of fun to watch. I think Mineski executed near flawlessly. They understood their win condition, and this is a excellent game. If any of you guys out there are trying to get good, look at the way Mineski warded, how they controlled the map thanks to their vision and the positioning of their heroes. Standing on high grounds with the map control is a real easy way to secure your advantage. And notice that their core players bought BKBs, not some basura caliente, hot garbage for those of you that don't speak Spanish, that would allow them to do nothing but move faster, a.k.a. Sanjin Yasha.
BKBs, but they had the space from their supports to make it work. So you mentioned the warding a little bit, but Jab's positioning, Ninja Boogie's positioning. There's a reason why in that last game between Mushi and Moon, they had one death between the two of them, but they still ended up having 31 kills between the two of them, most of that in the hands of Moon. It was a real smooth performance. This is the kind of Mineski I want to see go up against LGD. Not Mineski in Game 2. Mineski Game 1, Game 3. Give us that versus LGD, and we're going to have absolutely superb Dota. But that's for tomorrow. We're going to wrap up today. People need to sleep. You guys need to recover, and we'll see you back here for Day 3 of the Supermajor here in Shanghai.